As the third week of April opens, the air itself feels heavier. There's a subtle disruption, like a frequency that's slightly off. It's not just in your head. The energy post-full moon is unsettled, almost eerie. You may notice technology glitching, people acting distant, or strange dreams waking you at odd hours. This isn't chaos, it's a spiritual clearing. The universe is making room for clarity, and that discomfort you're feeling? It's the echo of something greater unfolding. There are moments in life when everything feels slightly off. You're not sad, but you're not inspired. You're not angry, but you're restless. It's like standing in a room where the sound has been turned down and the colors muted. This week, that exact feeling has a cosmic explanation. Mercury and the moon are drifting to their farthest celestial points, what ancient skywatchers called the Elian alignment. When this happens, our thoughts scatter, our emotions feel distant, and everything familiar feels just a little bit foreign. But don't mistake this fog for failure. You're not breaking down, you're being rewired. The confusion you're feeling is actually divine interference, pulling you out of your routines long enough to notice what's real and what's just noise. It's like being in a spiritual timeout, not to punish you, but to help you see clearly without the distractions. The silence you're experiencing right now isn't emptiness. It's sacred space being carved out for something new to enter. So, if your mind feels cloudy or your emotions feel far away, pause and breathe. This detachment is not a sign that something is wrong. It's proof that you're being spiritually recalibrated. You're being invited to rise above your old reactions, to detach not from people, but from patterns. The universe is whispering, step back and see differently. And in that distance, your next step will quietly reveal itself. This week, the energy around us isn't just affecting the now, it's shifting the very foundation of our futures. As the energies of the moon and Mercury move apart, they're creating a space between the mind, heart, and spirit. That gap isn't empty. It's a revealing moment. Some relationships that once felt solid may now seem distant or strained. You might feel like there's a disconnect you can't quite explain. And the truth is, there is. The universe is showing you what and who no longer aligns with where you're headed. Don't rush to fix these tensions. The truth is, not all connections are meant to follow you into the next phase of your journey. This is a time of energetic realignment, where the people who no longer serve your soul's purpose begin to fade, and the ones who do remain may feel quieter or more distant. But don't mistake that for abandonment. Instead, see it for what it is, a filter for your future. The universe is making room for the connections that will truly help you grow, evolve, and align with your higher purpose. In this silence, the relationships that remain will become your soul allies. These are the people who will walk beside you through the next chapters of your life as you navigate new paths and face new challenges. Let go of those who fade away. This isn't a loss, it's a spiritual shedding. The people and opportunities that survive this energetic test will be the foundation for your future relationships, careers, and soul assignments. Trust the process. The universe is only clearing space for what's meant to last. Have you been feeling like people around you are acting differently? More distant, more silent, maybe even a little tense? You're not imagining it. That awkwardness, that emotional pullback from others, it's real. But it's not about rejection, it's about reflection. The shift happening within you is subtle but powerful, and others can feel it, even if they don't fully understand it. When your energy begins to evolve, it naturally disturbs the comfort zones of those still stuck in old cycles. What you're experiencing is resistance, not yours, but theirs. As you begin to realign spiritually and mentally, your energy starts to send signals that you're no longer the same. And that shift, that growth, can be uncomfortable for people who aren't growing at the same pace. Some will pull away, not because they dislike you, but because they no longer feel in sync with who you're becoming. That's okay. It's a natural part of spiritual elevation. Your path is rising, and some connections simply can't follow you to the next level. So let them distance themselves. Don't chase what's trying to fall away. This off feeling you've been carrying isn't isolation, it's initiation. You're not alone in this transformation. You're being separated from what no longer matches your frequency so that you can attract what does. The people who are meant for your next chapter will not be disturbed by your shift. They'll be drawn to it. If you've made it this far, don't forget to subscribe for daily cosmic insights, astrology updates, and spiritual guidance, because the universe always has a message for you. After the emotional high of the full moon, everything suddenly feels quiet. Not peaceful, just quiet. The moon has reached its apogee, drifting to its farthest point from Earth, and with it, your emotional compass may feel lost at sea. This isn't a crash, it's a calm that feels unfamiliar, like you've just let go of something heavy, but now you don't know what to hold on to. This is what spiritual vertigo feels like. You're free from the weight, but unsure of your balance. In this silence, there's a strange sense of grief, not for something tragic, but for something that once felt familiar. A part of you has been released, and now there's an empty space where that energy used to live. That emptiness may feel unsettling, but it's actually sacred. It's a blank canvas, waiting to be filled with something more aligned, more purposeful. But here's the key. The universe is watching how you respond to this stillness. Not everything is about doing. Sometimes it's about how you be in the in-between. So don't rush to fill the silence. Don't panic when things go quiet. This is your spiritual reset point, a divine pause between chapters. How you sit in this stillness, how you hold yourself in the absence of noise or direction, sends a signal to the universe about your readiness. Are you desperate to go back? Or are you open to what's coming next? This moment isn't empty. It's full of potential, waiting for your next conscious choice. April 16th marks a powerful yet confusing alignment. Mercury meets Neptune, and suddenly, the mind and spirit speak in overlapping voices. This is a day when clarity dims, and your usual instincts might feel off. What feels like a sign could be a distraction. What seems like truth could actually be a beautifully disguised illusion. Don't take everything at face value. The universe isn't trying to trick you, it's training you. It's asking you to slow down and discern, not just react. You may feel emotionally drawn to something, an opportunity, a person, a sudden urge, but beneath the surface, it might be rooted in fear, fantasy, or old wounds. This is a spiritual pop quiz. Can you tell the difference between what your soul truly desires and what your ego is trying to recreate? You're being asked to pause and ask deeper questions. Whose voice is this in my head? Where is this urge really coming from? Discernment is your strongest weapon right now. Use it wisely. So don't let the fog of the day throw you off your path. Instead, become still. Journal. Reflect. Speak less. Observe more. This alignment is not here to confuse you. It's here to sharpen you. When you learn to recognize the false lights, the real ones become impossible to miss. April 16th isn't just about avoiding deception. It's about developing the spiritual muscles that will guide you through every illusion that lies ahead. From April 17 to 19, you might feel like everything is stuck in molasses. Plans stall, communication breaks down, and no matter how hard you try, things just don't move forward. This is Mercury lingering at Alien, its farthest point, a cosmic slowdown designed not to block you, but to redirect you. The frustration you feel isn't a flaw in the system, it is the message. This is the universe holding you still long enough to notice something you would have rushed past. Instead of resisting the delays, lean into them. Ask yourself, why is this being withheld from me right now? What am I being protected from or prepared for? The silence you're hearing, the waiting that feels unbearable. It's not a void, it's a vessel. It's carrying answers, but not in the form you expected. The more you force, the further they'll drift. This is a spiritual practice of patience, trust, and surrender. Because in the stillness, something sacred begins to rise. And when April 19th arrives, listen closely. A subtle sign will whisper its way into your awareness. It won't be dramatic or obvious, but it will feel true. It might be a dream, a phrase, a sudden knowing. Something will click, but only if you've been listening with your inner ear. The quietest voice in the room, the one you've ignored before, will speak, and this time, it will be the voice that guides your next step. This week, don't expect lightning bolts or loud revelations. The universe isn't shouting, it's whispering. A song lyric that stops you mid-thought, a stranger's offhand comment that hits a nerve, a sentence in a book you weren't even planning to read. These are not coincidences, they're divine breadcrumbs, coded messages sent in your soul's native language. But here's the catch. You'll miss them if you're moving too fast or looking for something dramatic. This is a week where subtlety holds power. The divine is speaking gently. Will you quiet your mind enough to hear it? From April 13th to 19, a rare energetic event unfolds. The moon, Mercury, and your higher self begin pulling away, each creating space from you in a different direction. Emotionally, you might feel detached. Mentally, things may seem foggy. Spiritually, you might sense an absence, like the universe has gone silent. But this distance isn't a rejection, it's preparation. This space isn't empty, it's fertile ground for your transformation. Just like seeds need darkness to grow, your soul needs silence to expand. You may feel ghosted by the cosmos, floating between realities with no anchor in sight. But don't panic. This is your sacred cocoon, the quiet middle between who you were and who you're about to become. The space you're feeling is the stretching of your potential. It's in the pause that we remember our purpose. Trust that what feels like disconnection is actually divine alignment. Growth isn't always loud. It's often found in the spaces between sound, in the stillness between steps. Listen, observe, and become. There will come a moment, maybe this week, when all the signs seem to vanish. No synchronicities, no messages, no inner knowing, just silence. And in that silence, doubt will try to creep in. But this is the final test. Can you keep walking without a roadmap? Can you trust the process when the process no longer makes sense? Faith isn't forged in clarity. It's born in mystery. When you choose to keep moving, even with closed eyes and an uncertain heart, that's when your true breakthrough begins. The silence isn't the absence of guidance. It is the guidance. This is the gap before the gift, the detour before the destination, the stillness before the awakening. If you can stay grounded in the void, if you can trust without signs, move without answers, and believe without proof, you'll align with a future far more powerful than anything you could have planned. This isn't a breakdown, it's a sacred setup. And the silence you hear right now? It's the sound of your soul making space for the extraordinary. If this message found you, it's because you're meant to hear it now, not later. Tomorrow may be too late. The window is now. Feel the shift. Embrace the stillness. And most importantly, trust the process. If this resonates with you, like this video, subscribe for more soul-deep insights and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Your spiritual upgrade is already underway.